Hi, so we're into my spooky book named Dark Twist, Colorist Special Effects Dark Twist. And here is I suppose, smorgasbord of lots of the creepy, spooky fun delights that you can do to add to pages to enhance your colouring. And all done with coloured pencil, but yes, I do add some white paint pen or gel pen and some fine liner, black pens and things, just to enhance the contrast. But we've got all sorts in here: bullet holes on glass, in metal. Here's the original drawing. Yes, ignore all my scrappy notes I do, but that's the original drawing of bullet hole. This is bullet hole and glass, which actually is pretty simple, just some pale blues and a biro. Yeah, a biro pen to create the sort of cracked effect. And spooky eyes. We've got green goo. I'll again show you. That's my final piece, all my workings, and here I've done it on a gravestone or a stone slab, which I do show you how to create a really good gravestone texture. This is actually using some marker pens and wax as a wax resist. So there's all sorts in here. Yes, there's some stuff that's a bit creepy. But great for Halloween stuff. I've had someone say, I saw somewhere that my melted skin wound looks a bit like bacon. Brilliant. Yeah, well, I suppose it is. And these, yes, you could dip your finger into pen and just, into paint, acrylic paint, and just draw it onto your colouring page yourself, which is actually what I did to create the image in which I then drew. And this is, for example, the finished drawing, but it's so much more satisfying. And the heart, my finished drawing, so much more satisfying to actually create something yourself. So this is created of colour pencils, and yeah, it's more satisfying than just dipping your finger in paint and drawing it on top of the page. We've got maggots, we've got decaying bone, all sorts here, rusty metal chain, and I will show you this. It's so simple to start off this technique. I'm just going to show you here. I've got this. I'm not meaning to mess up the rabbit. Hold on, I am messing up the rabbit. I'm doing that completely wrong. What I'm trying to do is not mess up the rabbit. So I do this quite a lot in some of my images. I'm pressing with a biro, which I write my shopping list with, impressed lines. That's what it's called, creating impressed lines. And then it's just like scribbling, tracing. And then if I go over this, these impressed lines are going to show through. Yeah, if I'm colouring the opposite way of the lines. And then you build up your colours and your shades. And then you've always got this lovely subtle base texture underneath, which is subtle, but it's there. And this is how I build up some of my images. This is how I started doing the rust chains. And it doesn't have to be chains that you do. It can be handy for anything, learning the rust technique with the coloured pencil. I also show you how to do this axe using rust and silver. These are Prismacolor pencils I've used for this book, yeah. And how to use the impress line to create that as well. So hopefully it can translate the ideas of things for different things, though we have an axe in here where I've explained it. And yeah, practice pages as usual at the end. Oh, we've got the lovely bronze skulls, of which I did a front side view, and I have my originals here. Hopefully you can see that. And I do in the book also show you where to put shading to create the teeth. So if you want to learn how to do these lovely skulls, which you might not, you know, apply to colouring pages, but you might just want to learn better skills in colouring. There's so much in here. Spooky Eyes, it's exciting book to add different effects if you're into something for a little bit of a dark twist.